Fed up with the treatment of the security forces against them, some Vineyardtown residents acted out by blocking 4th Avenue in Vineyardtown this afternoon. The residents say the lawmen abused a teacher when they visited the community this morning, saying they were there to find gunmen. The teacher, Danielle Williams, showed us bruises to her hands and lips she says were inflicted by the cops. She says the officers who told her they wanted to access her premises to search for gunmen were unprovoked and that their aggression was unwarranted. She says the assault started while she was trying to remove the lock from her gate to allow them access to her premises.
One of them pushed a big 2x4 through the hole in the gate to lick off the lock and lick me from my finger. Lick me from my ring finger. And I moved my hand and I said to him, "Officer, you hit me on my finger." And nobody responded, they laughed.
Robb3ry Nation family, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone is doing good today. So Robb3ry Nation family, I came across this video on TikTok with a reporter from TVJ interviewing an educator from Vineyardtown, Robb3ry Nation family. So the teacher is stating that she was physically abused by the police in her community, Robb3ry Nation family. That would be at her premises. So it is alleged that a police team went to Vineyardtown in search of wanted men / gunmen. They went to this educator's premises and asked if they could access her premises, Robb3ry Nation family, to search for wanted men / gunmen. Right? In the process of she removing the padlock from her gate, one of the officers took a piece of 2x4 and pushed it through the gate and hit the lady on her finger. The lady said, "Officer, you know, see, you hit me on my finger." The other officers that were around at that time started laughing. So they gained access to her premises, Robb3ry Nation family. Alright? The lady was on her phone with her mother. One of the officers grabbed the lady's phone. That is the educator's phone. So the educator grabbed back the phone from the officer. So that police officer in question thumped the teacher in her face in her Robb3ry Nation family and started repeatedly thumping her all over her body, Robb3ry Nation family. In the residents in Vineyardtown stage a protest. I've always heard a lot of persons said that if you come from the ghetto, them label you as criminal. From once you're from the ghetto, them just label everybody as a criminal. Not everybody from the ghetto is a criminal or wants to be a criminal. You have some great minds and some great scholars rose from the trenches. So this officer in question needs to be addressed properly. He should be charged for physically abusing that teacher. Imagine if they did that to an educator, Robb3ry Nation family. Imagine what they would do to a regular man. So I want to take a look on the video. Leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section and tell them what you think about this one, Robb3ry Nation family. And if you're new to the Robb3ry Nation channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell whenever you guys subscribe to the channel to grow and help you to push the channel out there. So take a look.
Fed up with the treatment of the security forces against them, some Vineyardtown residents acted out by blocking 4th Avenue in Vineyardtown this afternoon. The residents say the lawmen abused a teacher when they visited the community this morning, saying they were there to find gunmen. The teacher, Danielle Williams, showed us bruises to her hands and lips she says were inflicted by the cops. She says the officers who told her they wanted to access her premises to search for gunmen were unprovoked and that their aggression was unwarranted. She says the assault started while she was trying to remove the lock from her gate to allow them access to her premises.
One of them pushed a big 2x4 through the hole in the gate to lick off the lock and lick me from my finger. Lick me from my ring finger. And I moved my hand and I said to him, "Officer, you hit me on my finger." And nobody responded, they laughed.
Miss Williams says the attack on her continued after the cops accessed her home while she was on the phone with her mother.
He grabbed my phone out of my hand. So I said, officer, don't grab away my phone out of my hand. And I took it back from him and he punched me in my face, straight in the mouth. So when he punched me in my face, now I'm just back and I'm licking back because why you hit me? I never hit you, anything like that. And then him start punch me in my face, all over my face, my jaw, bust up my mouth. They held me. And him still let me see me while they held me. And then they hold me by the neck and they escort me out through the gate, squeezing my neck. I couldn't breathe, I was suffocating.
So Ram Nation family, moving on to our next topic. So I came across another video on TikTok, which appears to be a robbery at a bar that took place somewhere in Jamaica. I am not sure exactly where. You can actually see that two men held up the patrons at gunpoint and proceeded to rob the patrons of their cell phone and seems like cash as well. We have a picture of one of the robbers. So if you don't know the man what is on screen right now, Ram Nation family, please report him to the nearest police station because the police them wanted. Him and one of the robber them were held up the bar and the patrons. So when I take a look at the video, leave your thoughts and opinions down at the comment section and tell me what you think about this one. Moving on to our next topic. So the lady I want to see on screen, Ram Nation family, her name is Sheron Barrett Boswell. She was murdered at her home in Claremont, St. Anne on August 3rd, 2025. Alright? So word on the street is that Sheron was sneaky. Right? Sheron was a married woman, a mother of three, a farmer, a businesswoman, and an entrepreneur. Her husband is overseas. He had heavily invested in her, spending a lot of money to ensure she is independent as a entrepreneur. But Sheron took her husband's kindness for weakness. She had more than one partner here in Jamaica, one of which was also spending heavily on her. It is also understood that Sheron had two Joe Grind on the side living in St. Anne, one living in St. Catherine at the time of her demise. Alright? Information from her community is that a hit was placed on Sheron's head by her overseas husband after he reported he heard about all the things that Sheron are going with down a jam down, breaking the vows of their marriage by cheating. So him hear everything what Sheron a do. Sheron a cheat on him. breaking up the marriage. So the husband overseas in a Rhyme Nation family asks Sheron if she again bun or have a next man on the side. Sheron said nothing go, so she deny. So after all of that said and done in a Rhyme Nation family, so pictures were sent to her husband with one of the Joe Grind and Sheron in a uncompromising position that depicts intimacy. That means they maybe did that kiss up and feel up them one another. You know? Yeah. After that in a Rhyme Nation family, it seems like the same person they take the picture and send to the husband. The husband end up start pay that person more money for watch Sheron and see what Sheron up to. Alright? So it is alleged that the overseas husband in a Rhyme Nation family hired hitmen to slap with Sheron. Alright? So on Sunday afternoon, August 3rd, 2025, sometime after 2 p.m., the hitman went to her address with intention to can up and dash with Sheron. So the hitmen them in a Rhyme Nation family use the name Kevin as a decoy as to deflect, divert, and to mislead the investigation from the real reason she was murdered or the direction the hit was coming from. The hitmen them load up Sheron with can, almost a dozen can. They shot a 2 can to make 1 dozen, so they do the maths. So the man them make sure that Sheron get unalive. Moral of this story is never take somebody kindness to weakness. Not play around people, not play people. And it is not right to kill anyone either. Rhyme Nation family, leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section and tell me what you think about this one. Thanks again for watching. I'm out.